that up here for a minute. Sorry, I had to switch my phone so it's different orientation than it has been. I think that's okay. I'm coming on just a little bit early today. It was an easy drop off, so you might miss just a couple beginning bits of this, but you can always replay and it will show you anything that you've missed. I will just start by saying today I am going to share with today's sketch and all the sketches that, or excuse me, all the layouts that have been shared already. And then we are going to take a break for the weekend. So Saturday and Sunday, I work Saturday, family day Sunday. So when I come back Monday, I think together we will kind of decide if we're just gonna make it a let's review the 3 sketches, so Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays with some of the beautiful takes on them, or if we're just going to like be behind. So I'll do like Saturday's sketch, so I'll do day 4 sketch on Monday, even though it's technically day 6. So we'll figure that out and we'll get that all sorted out. That's gonna be kind of my plan there. Let me get this all set up. Takes a minute to set up. Okay, I think we are good. Is it working? Looks like it's working. Perfect. Okay, so also links for the Facebook group. A PDF, a printable PDF is available to you, as well as the playlist for all the YouTube videos that have been shared already. I will try to update it today. I haven't actually even had a chance, but I will try to update that today with anyone that hasn't been able to add their layouts videos to the playlist. And then there is also just a list of people that could be joining through through Instagram. That being said, you don't have to click on every one of them. I just thought maybe it would be a good way for you to discover some new people. You could simply just search the hashtag 30DSCBL11 and it will pop up with anyone that's tagged. It'll have the pop-up of all the beautiful layouts that are within that tag over on Instagram. Okay, day 3, and this is a created, hand-drawn, it looks like, by Debbie Barton, and it's so pretty. I haven't actually looked at any of the layouts yet. I have to figure out where I am in frame here. This is different. I haven't looked at any of the layouts yet. I just wanted to give my initial thought on the sketch and where I think people could go. You could follow the sketch exactly how it is. I mean, that's sometimes what we like to do. But I can see us going in very different ways with this sketch. The first thing I see is that background with the different patterns and kind of that gemstone-y look to it. I see that being one way of going about that, and then taking on the rest of the sketch accordingly, maybe ignoring the rest of it, but just taking on that background. I see the idea of maybe the one photo with this really fun kind of star with the strings going on. I see that being a focus on how you could take this layout and kind of erasing that background and maybe doing like a solid back there. I also see just focusing on the idea of the photos and having a fun stack of photos going on, and then kind of again erasing the rest of it. So erasing this element and the background. I think that there's some ways to make this sketch look really different depending on your style and what you are going for. Really love it. I love that she was willing to submit this. She's hand drawn this. Isn't that just the sweetest thing? Like I love it. I love that we have so many of you willing to try and to be a part of this community and sketches and seeing what can be created with what you create as a sketch. So let's go through some of these layouts. First we've got Eve, and this is kind of what I'm talking about. She focused in on the idea of the layering of the photos, placement, and then kind of ignored the rest of it, right? Like there's a circular background, so you do get a little nod to that, but the rest of it's kind of not there. She's really focused in on that placement of those photos, and I really love that. I think that's a smart way to work it and have a beautiful layout. She's got some fun like height and embellishment to it to kind of work around with her wreath there. Excuse me. And kind of, I mean, I see it. Do you see the sketch in her layout? I see it. I'm trying to really make sure you guys can see this. We've got the photo placement going on. We also have the different patterns going on, like you can see in the background of the sketch. I can absolutely see the nod and where she went and how she got to her layout. I love this. It's fun. It's bright. I think that that little baby is eating some pizza, which is just adorable. Who can remember having that first bite of pizza for their little one? Excuse me while I take a sip. Okay, next up we have Melody. Is it Melody? Melody. And look, okay, I'm not sure if this is an older piece of paper, but it kind of reminds me of like basic gray kind of vibes, that scalloped. But look at that background paper. It absolutely has that perfect nod to the sketch. Lots of photos, embellishment cluster up at that top, like you can see where that star is. And she focused in on using that tag as well. And then just a few random things I think she must have got for Christmas would be my assumption there. Love that. That's a great use of the sketch and documenting something that you want to remember what you got for Christmas. That's great. Jackie, look, guys, we've got another graduation layout from Jackie. We're going through this progression with her and I'm really enjoying watching this personally, how she's tying in the sketches with this one theme. I just think it's brilliant. So I think it's different pattern paper this time. I don't know that I recognize maybe that background one, but it's still the graduation. Looks like, you know, partner there, and it's just, I love this, but it's still focusing in on the graduation. She'll be able to place that right next to the other two in that continuous sequence, which I love. And I would love to know if anyone else is doing like a collection of photos within these sketches. DWeber.crafty series, I can't recall what series it is. I'll have to ask her, but she did that with some camping photos. And every single sketch is based off of the same trip, which I just found very fascinating, and I love to see how it all came together. Louise did the same idea with the wreath. So there's that apparently is what people have called to. So let me know about that too. When you look at that sketch, do you see, does your mind go, oh, a wreath would look really great there? I'd love to know. I like to see where everyone's minds kind of go with the different sketches. With the one photo, and she just kind of left it at that, but it's beautiful. And look at all those layers of flowers and ephemera. It's so pretty.
I want to know my music.
Okay, I'll be right there, okay? Okay, go sit down, I'll be right there, okay?
I want to stick
No, please don't touch that. Okay, I will be right back, guys. I've got a little one that needs my attention, so just give me one moment. Okay, let's put your show on.
What happened?
You already ate.
What?
I want you to go sit down, okay? You can put your show on. I put it on Roma and Dana. Yeah, it is the music one. You just have to click it. Okay, let's see if that settles him for a minute. Where are we? Let me look. Can someone type just a comment to let me know that A, you can hear me, but B, that the chat is working, just so I know that the stream is working, basically. If you wouldn't mind, that would be great. And then we will continue. We've got Susan, who, oh, that's so pretty. It's fall layout. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. We bought new coffee. We've been using one brand, and Sean and I went to Costco and bought Tim Hortons. So we're trying the Tim Hortons K-Cup medium roast, and I'm debating how I feel about it. Oh, I've got a comment. Perfect. Watching and you can hear me. That's perfect. That's all I care about. I just want to make sure you guys can actually hear me. I never know with these things. Okay, let's get into this one. Look at, she's ripped those different pattern papers, and This is beautiful. So this layout is going into my scrap lift selection because I love how she's layered in those different papers, fall pattern papers in the same color tone, and made that work. And look, she got all those photos in there, which is awesome. Which is one thing I think is so great about this sketch too, right? Gives you that opportunity to use as many photos as you can. So I really, really love that, Susan. I hope you don't mind as that gets scrap lifted from me. And here's this. Oh, so here is a completely different take, you guys, right? I see the banner. I see where she went with it. I absolutely see where she went with it. She tore some paper. There's the nod, but she's left it to work for her photos, what she needs, her aesthetic, her style. She took an element of the sketch and ran with it. And this is really important, and I drive this home every time I talk about these sketches, is it is okay to take that one element that inspires you and run with it. You do not have to do an exact quote unquote scrap lift of the sketch. So I love that. I love it. I love it. Sarah and all of her gorgeousness. She makes just some amazing layouts. We've got a really fun background there that looks very mixed media-ish with the circles. How fun is that, by the way? That's awesome. And it's a train. So my assumption is that Sarah has gone ahead and kind of mimicked the idea of the front of the train there. All the photos, she's got that little cluster up at the top, and she has the embellishments placed where they are in the sketch. I love that. That's really fun. Let's see, we've got the lovely Mel, who just right on scrap lift, and I love this. So she took the background part away, right, with the kind of gemstone-y vibe, that's all I can think of to call it. She did mix media though, but then the rest of it is an exact scrap lift, and how fun is that? Really cool. It looks like it's a track meet, and I just love that. I think that's neat. It's a perfect way to use the sketch. She was able to use up some gold bits and pieces there, which is awesome, and a good, you know, memory documented. Carolyn. Ooh, okay, fun. Okay, I'm gonna put this one down a little bit. I'm a little nervous about sharing other people's, like a bunch of kids. Like, I'm okay if it's your kid and that type of thing, because I do that as well. But when it's a field trip, I'm a little more lenient. So I'm gonna put this down a little bit. I'll talk about it, but I'll put it down so it's not so up close. And I do apologize, Carolyn, if that is, if I'm sorry. Okay, so she has gone ahead and she used, instead of the circles, she went ahead and just used squares, ripped it out, layered the photos like it was, and then added embellishments for a field trip, which is really fun. I love it. I love the bright colors. She has a black background, which really helps make it all pop. And I just think that is genius. I really, really love that. Okay, we can move up again. Yeah, I don't want to not respect anyone's privacy. So as I'm going through these, and if you're watching, if you would prefer that I not share your layout that you post in the comments, please let me know, and I will just skip over it while I'm going through these. I don't want to invade your privacy. So please let me know. I very much don't want to do that. Brianna, look at this one. I love this. So golf, she's totally turned this layout into a golf layout. Is that not the cutest thing? I'm obsessed with this. She's moved it kind of over to the right-hand side, enlarged it a bit, but you can see the golf ball, you can see the strips there, you can see the embellishments, and I am like full on obsessed with that. Such a great way to use the sketch. I love it. I love it. Carrie, oh, so fun. That is so fun. Okay, so again, she's used that background piece of paper. Do you see that background? It's got the wave type look to it. Absolutely can see the nod to that gemstone-y look that she saw in the sketch. Ripped some paper, added the two photos from the ocean, and that's just perfect. I love that. That's really fun. Angie, darts. So again, taking the theme of a sport or a hobby or whatever it is that you're into, with that idea, circular element that she saw in the sketch, made it work with the theme of her photos, and layered the 3 photos title where that 4x6 photo would be placed. Love that. That's really smart use of the sketch. Ginger, she flipped it. Look at, we've got a flip. So the photos are over on the left-hand side. She's done the tearing. So the tearing I can see is really how a lot of people took this on. They saw that it's kind of like distressed, and so they took that on by tearing in different shapes to work with their themes. She has a beautiful blue background there, and then the snowflakes and a really cute embellishment there. So much fun. Love that. Ellen took on the gemstone effect. I love this. Oh, I love this. Okay, so she's got a back, I cannot talk, can I? A black background. She's tilted the next layer. I love that effect, by the way. If you haven't tried this where you put one pattern paper on top of the other and tilt it, it's a really fun look. I really suggest that you give that a try. And then it looks like she went ahead with some scissors or whatever and just fussy cut out that idea of that gemstone look. Placed her photo. I think they're playing a game. It might be Harry Potter game by the little hat there. And she sprinkled some stars on top. That is really fun. I'm a big fan of that layout. I really like that one. Darla. Oh, look. So she's used, this is, what paper is that from? That's a Heidi Swap paper. Again, it gives you that idea of that gemstone look, but it's not too overpowering there. She then just did the one photo with the title, used a strip to kind of give that idea from the banner, and called it good. But that's beautiful. That's a great use of the sketch as well. Cindy went ahead and followed it with the idea of the photo placements, which I love. I love that. She's done some mixed media, used some flair. That's really fun. So she's given the idea of the background within her mixed media. It's really, really fun. Very pretty. I like that one. Beth went soft and gorgeous, and oh, is that a striking layout. I see a cut file going on there with some Cocoa Vanilla Studio, and oh, this is just awesome. This is really cool. Good hair day. I would definitely say that is a good hair day. So she took that circular idea. She did the wreath. That's like the 3rd wreath we've seen now. Tucked in her photo and did her title. But that's soft and pretty and gorgeous. She used a cut file and some of the embellishments and all the good things from that collection. Really awesome. Joyce, look at that one. That's a fun layout, Joyce. I love this. So she's used some of that ribbon, that pom-pom ribbon there. She's used, what do we call those? Enamel dots? Enamel dots, those are what those are called, Christy. And then this background paper that gives off that same vibe. I'm a huge fan of this. That's really smart. What a fun layout that is. Ronnie Sue always makes such awesome layouts. So here we go, really distressed, photo in the middle. I get where she's coming from on this layout. Again, she probably took an element and ran with it, and that is super fun. MK, look at that. So she has done the same idea with distressing in the background and then photos. She went on more of a diagonal than you can see in the sketch, but that's perfect. She took the background and then ran with the rest of it. I bet if you watch her video, she'll explain her thought process through that. We have Sue, who did, again, the idea of the tearing of the papers. It looks like she used 2 of the same papers with one in the middle. That's a great use of pattern paper there. And then title. And I love this little extra strip here. That might be part of the background paper, but I love that extra little strip. That's really pretty. Mr. Dozer, let me stop my cat for a minute. Dozer, please stop. Turn my computer back on. Sorry guys, give me a sec. I gotta get my computer back on. That's not my code. Hi from England, Beth, hi. The mixed media circular similar to this is where my brain went with the sketch. Cindy, that's good to know. Yes, mine too. I love the circular ideas going on there. I don't know why my computer isn't staying on so I can see things. I now have Barrett in the room with me. Let me see how many more. We're almost through what is in the comments for today. Who is this? Let's give the credit. So Kim has gone, oh, this is so cute, you guys. She's done some squiggly lines there with the idea going on. I see it, that strip there. Followed in with the stars that you saw in the sketch and 2 photos. I love it. I can totally see where she took her idea and ran with it. Karen, there's the 8.5 by 11. I love these. I really hope that seeing the different sizes help inspire you if you do different things, if you do a 6 by 8, and this could be a 6 by 8. My assumption is it's an 8.5 by 11. I'm just using it right now, so you'll have to wait, okay? Please stop.
Please.
Hi, Crystal. I'm so glad you made one. That's exciting. I'm gonna have to find your layout. Is it posted? Stop, please. I just have to stop Barrett for a second. No, because Mommy's using this, so I need you to stop, okay? Okay. Can you go watch your show for 5 minutes? Five more minutes, and then you can have it, okay? Okay.
No.
Do you want to say hi?
Yeah.
Okay, put your hand in and say hi.
Hi.
Okay. Can you please go watch a show now?
No.
Can you please go play quietly?
No, I'm not ready yet.
All right. So I'm gonna hold Barrett while we get through these last ones.
Where?
But yes, I hope. Shh, you have to be quiet.
Okay.
I hope that the this helps inspire you to work outside the 12 by 12 idea. Okay. You need to be quiet.
I push down.
Ooh, careful. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you please go watch your show? 5 more minutes, okay? All right.
I know. I want to.
Okay, go then. Okay. We're to Maggie now. Sorry, guys. We are to Maggie now. And she has just full on taken on all those photos. How awesome is that? Layering in with the pattern paper, but I think she focused in on those photos. Great idea there. Crystal, there's your layout right there. Perfect. Look at Crystal's. She's got that yellow background. This is fun, right? She's taken the idea of the circles from the sketch, minimized them with that background paper, focused in on the idea of the sketch with embellishments versus photos, which I love. These are probably pocket cards. And then that one photo, which is quite the photo there. I love that. Where the banner is, she's got that little strip with the embellishment and the embellishment cluster there. So you can absolutely see the sketch. However, it is not all of it, right? Because it could, depending on the papers you use and all of that, it could become a little busy if that's not your style. Some people will rock that, as we've seen. Some people, that's not their style. So if you take away one element, you can make it work. And I think that this is a great example from Crystal on how to do that. Okay, let me hop to Instagram quickly and see if there's anything we've missed. I don't think so. We've got crystals there. Oh, here's one. Did we do this Vegas one? No. So, EGRUPP284. Sorry, hun, I don't know who you are, your name, but look at that. So she has gone Vegas with it, and that is a great use, a great use of this. She's got a Vegas background paper there. That's fun. Did the tearing, which as we can see was quite the theme, and layered in photos. That is a perfect use of that. Here we have Christine's. So that mixed media background works so well. She's followed the sketch pretty much exactly. She's got those strings, she's got the embellishment, and she's got the layering of photos plus a journaling spot. I would probably take on that journaling spot as well. So that's really fun. And I think, what's this one from? This may nope, that's for a sketch coming up. I think that does it for today. So, tons of inspiration. I love that. Those are so much fun. I know, I'm excited for them to get bigger. I'm already having Jackson talk back to me, so, you know. Yes, do you have a question?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry. Can you get a pouch?
2 pounds.
1 pouch. Okay, so I think we will quickly try to make a page kit. I'm not sure how that's gonna go today, but we will try. Thankfully, I do already have my my stuff here and ready to go. I went with that sketch. Let me pull the sketch back up. I went with the sketch and the idea that when I saw it, let me just find it. I saw the gemstone look to it, and that's where my brain went, was the gemstone idea. The tearing part I get as well, but it made me think of the fact that I have this piece of pattern paper from whatever collection it is. I want to say it's the Buenos Dias collection. I could be wrong. It's my assumption. And I was just thinking, you know, Easter. I have got these 2 photos of Barrett and Nora. So if you're wondering who's talking, if you don't follow me very often, it's this little guy who is around talking to me right now. This was from last year, so he's a whole year older than this, but I've got these ones, which I think work well with this background. And if my phone would just stay. I also have the one of them with their baskets and stuff, so I could do that kind of layering effect. Not sure that I want to go that direction. I also pulled the year before that, or is that this year too? That's the same year. That year as well, where they went to hunt for eggs, thinking, you know, I could tie that in some way. This is the year before that, which also kind of matches. And then I could do like a banner effect and tie these 3 photos in on the side. That was an idea. And then I thought, if I didn't want to do Easter, if that wasn't my plan, I have these photos from the zoo where there's a big dino egg, and one of we have a dinosaur exhibit at our zoo. It's really, really cool. And the kids always love to get their pictures with the egg, so I thought I could go that direction as well. What are you sneaking, mister? Come here, please. Because a pouch is not enough. We have to have a breakfast bar as well. There you go. You did trick me. Boys. Kristen, hi, Kristen. Okay, so I think I'm going to go Easter. What do you guys think? Do we like the idea of the Easter with the more blue tones? Or do we like the idea of the Easter with the pink and green tone? You let me know which ones you think work best. Okay. Oh, my cat. I think we will do, I don't know, you guys. Maybe I'll keep both of them. What if I just kept both of them? Either. I think we'll keep both of them. And then as I create the layout, we can go from there. So this is going to be my background. And I will pull in a few pieces to do as some layering. I probably won't do that one. Let's see here. I might do, yes, both. Okay, we'll do both. We'll figure it out. I might do this white one as a simple just layer underneath, because you've got the white and that will help kind of stand out. So we might use that as a simple layer. The blue. My plan is to kind of not, well, I don't know. So I guess I could cut this out and kind of distress it and replace it out on a white cardstock. That's an option. We did decide to fussy cut yesterday too, so that's a lot of fussy cutting, but I could. I like this blue, but I'm almost thinking that it kind of clashes a little too much with, like, it's too much. So I don't think we're gonna go with that blue. do like the flowers though, because it's Easter and we'll bring in some Easter stuff. So I think we'll keep that blue. I think this one we will keep. And then I can have some options for the layering if I so choose. Do we like the yellow? Not as a no, I do not like the yellow. Do not like the yellow. Ooh, what about this one? Ooh. What are the chances I want to? What are the chances I'm ever going to want to use this piece of paper? That is kind of where I'm thinking. If I did, it would be this part of it, and I would literally just fussy cut out the North America, Christy, you know your continents, and then use this as the background versus the words. I think that is a smarter use of my pattern paper. So let's do that. And then we're not using cars. Pink. Pink is soft. I think that's a good option. I don't think we need to use anything too colorful again. I was thinking this orange, however. And then when we create the layout, I can make better decisions, but it clashes a little. I don't know how well you can see that. It clashes a little, but I think as a border, as like a mat, it might be a good option. So I think I'll pull that. And then I think I need to say that that is good enough. So we have our paper, and we'll do the fun layers and we'll do all of that. What we need now is embellishments, and I'm going to have a little nod to Shadney Etsy shop. So I have some Easter themed stuff and some ribbon and all of that. I will have a link. I have to remember to add it because I forgot when I was posting this. I will have a link to Shadney's shop. I highly recommend, if you have not visited it, to take a look. She's amazing. Her variety of things is extensive. So go give her some love if you are in the market for some wood veneer, little enamel things. It's endless. It's all the fun embellishments. So go have a look if that's something you're interested in. I am a part of her design team, so just put that out there. So I've got the 3 different twine. So when I lay out the strip, like you can see in the sketch, Chrissy, let's speak some English here. When I do this part, I will have the twine to do that and whatever colors I decide to use. And then I brought in just the Easter things that I had. I do have a little Easter bunny thing. Let me grab that. Let me grab that. I have this adorable little Easter bunny that I was thinking if I just do this idea of the one in the middle, I could go ahead and use that. Otherwise, I've got the eggs, and that works well for the idea of the Easter egg hunt that they did for that year. Okay, I've got a boy trying to be a cat, all the things. So that is going to be the like little bits of embellishment. And then I thought on top of that, we could pull in either these Paige Evans, and this would be like tucked into the photos just for the floral elements, but I'm not sure how to use these. Yeah, I don't know. If I'm gonna put them in there, and honestly, if no more, please bear it. Hey, come back here. Do you have something? Can you put it back, please? All right, please do that. Sorry, if I don't end up using, I think I'm gonna put this away in a giveaway because I don't know how to use that, and if someone else can, I'd much rather someone else get better use out of that. But I also have these Pink Fresh, which kind of go with the colors that I have in technically both photos, so I can make that work because remember, all these other pattern papers are really just going to be layers. It's this particular one that I have to layer on, and the blues match. So that is kind of my thought and my plans. I went with, like I said, the gemstone idea, that this type of background. That's exactly where my mind went, but I loved seeing how people did different things. Like, I love it. I've already got a layout I have to scrap lift because I loved it so much. The idea of layering these photos, crystals with those, using the pocket cards, that was a really great use of pocket cards, because how many of those do we all have in our collections and in our stash? So that was a great use of that. And I will figure out a title when I go to create. That's not something I always gravitate towards having in my kits, because my thickers and everything are literally like right here beside me, so I can pull it and make my title as I'm creating. But you guys, that is gonna do it for today. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I hope you get to be creative and just enjoy the other layouts. If you've got some time, maybe give a couple people some love in the comments of their layouts. It always makes people feel really good knowing a particular layout that you are inspired by. So sending out that love is always highly recommended. Kristen says she's going to use Vicky Booten Mixed Media paper for her background that has the same shape. See, we thought the same, Kristen. I love that. Yeah, I think that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you for hanging out with me and Barrett. Monday we will take a vote on what we're going to do and how we're going to go about me taking the weekends off, and there could be a couple days during the week throughout the month as well. So we'll talk about that on Monday. We'll have a discussion, and yeah, see you all then. Bye everyone.